Dark Days Unfazed on CD. Dark Days Unfazed on vinyl. Yeah, man. Thanks for being here. Yep, the new album, Dark Days Unfazed. A few people have asked me about its making, so I thought, why not rip out a quick video before I start going into like 3 or 4 days in a row of new content for you guys. So, the making of Dark Days Unfazed happened because I wanted to do a 10th album. After 40 years, I thought, I can't just have 9 albums out. My OCD just wouldn't allow it. First of all, thanks to Brother Bob and Sister Red for this cool bandana that I got today in the mail. This is so badass. Love it, man. Woo! The album, Dark Days Unfazed, available on all music streaming platforms via Punk Media. It's via CD on Fanatic Records, via album because of Ragged Records out of Davenport, Iowa. And of course it came out on Fanatic Records label as well. And cassette version will be out next month via Bird Eater Entertainment. I want to say thanks to all those great labels for helping make the album possible. It's 13 songs on CD, 12 songs on vinyl because of space limitations. Of course, I had to pick one song to axe because I would rather get rid of a cover than an original. So I did get rid of one of the covers on the album. Of course, Chasing the Night was the one I had to remove. But I want to say thanks to Sam Dantone. Sam Dantone, he provided the great cover art. It's just really good stuff. I was very pleased with the cover art. And you know, Sam got very little direction from me except to put this right here, this sign. Everything else was all out of his head. Believe it or not. Yep, it's all Sam. And then, of course, Sister Tracy did all the photos for the front cover and the insert that comes with the vinyl as well and is also used on some of the CD booklet as well. Thanks to Mark Robinson and John Burns for excellent layouts in the CD and the vinyls. I want to get on my list real quick to let you know that the first song from this album was written after my experience going to Scotland. I came back and then I decided to do an album. Dave Moe decided to send me some songs called A Bloody Baker's Dozen, which consisted of 13 songs for me to choose from that were completely recorded, ready to go, bass, drums, guitar, in some cases organs and keyboards. Man, I was like, okay. So I used 6 of those. And then, of course, later, my friend Jordan Longmuir from Stirling, Scotland, came up with the great idea that we should do a cover together of Baby Please Don't Go. And Dave Moe did it, man. He did a cover version that he delivered of Baby Please Don't Go with Alex Moore on the drums. And Alex Moore in the Austin, Texas area. And I've never met the guy, but he came up with some great drums. And I've got to say thanks to all the Kickstarter folks that helped out to help make the CD and album possible. Thanks to Ren Weiss for helping me so much on that. Thanks to all the great Kickstarter people. Without you guys, nada. So thank you. Also, this was recorded at Paul Rossler's Kitten Robot Studios that he runs with Josie Cotton. And Paul Rossler is a great legendary producer, mixer, master, the whole deal, right? Jordan Longmuir and I go down there with Sister Tracy and Jet Dog, and we're taking I'm condensing this story to make it shorter than it is, but we went down there via car. That was a crazy Hunter Thompson trip down to LA from Southern Oregon. It was fun. It was, but mad, I tell you. And going home was mad. That's a whole nother story, really. But it's cool, man. It was fun. And Paul Rossler, however, has a haunted studio. This place was haunted. Ask Jordan Longmuir or ask Sister Tracy because it wasn't just me. Jordan felt a tap on his shoulder at some point. Sister Tracy kept seeing stuff in her peripheral vision. And I myself kept hearing weird and seeing, not seeing, but hearing weird things and perceiving weird things. So, about a few days later, I said, hey, Paul, is this studio haunted by chance? He's like, yep, without missing a beat. All I can say is that's what we experienced. It was very trippy. We were up very late at night, hanging out and having a good time, Jordan and I and Sister Tracy, and it was fun. But you could feel the place, man. It was like, yeah, there's something else here besides us and that dog. There's a great video out if I already didn't plug it because my memory is shot from doing 4 or 5 of these takes of this video. But Baby Please Don't Go is available on YouTube. A great video put together by the great Mike Garrett, who's a great filmmaker, legendary. And this creepy little town is the next music video that's coming out. But Baby Please Don't Go features myself and Jordan Longmuir in the studio and hanging out in LA and in Oregon. And Mike Garrett did a fantastic job putting together a great music video for us. And then now, This Creepy Little Town is coming out on music video shortly. Again, being put together by Mike, but he tells me it's nothing like that video or the other videos, and that it's completely different in its approach. So that'll be interesting as in terms of filmmaking. But the song, This Creepy Little Town, features Dave Moe on all the instruments, and he wrote, of course, that little number. And I really do appreciate anyone that does help me out by picking up a copy of the vinyl or the CD. You can check out the description area for my email if you want to get a hold. I hope you'll consider subscribing to this channel. Maybe give this video a like and leave a comment down below. Yeah, thanks again to Sammytown from FANG for being on the album. Also Donnie Bowles from The Germs and so many other great bands for doing backing vocals on several of the songs, including Skies Are Black, Michael Monroe, Rock and Roll Therapy. Thank you so much to my friend Lydia, Paweski, my friend Bill Meissner, who was in Bloody Mess and the Scabs, Sister Tracy for doing some backing vocals. We've got Lisa Leathers and her crew, including Jeff Eaton, Jameson Mundy, and Josh Siddell, who contributed Mother Under My Wheel. Badass version, too. Ideal Vice with Ren Weiss and Austin Weiss, who was in Bloody and the New Disease. And they were in the spectacular Fog Eater. Yeah, man. I love Fog Eater. A great band. And they had a band called Sad Family that was just super fab as well. And thank you so much to, well, the song My Religion is Love. I only have one word. Ketamine. Let's see. Baby Please Don't Go. Again, thanks to Jordan Longmuir for coming from Scotland. Our trip to LA was fantastic. We had a trippy time visiting some famous cemeteries, just doing some partying. I love enjoying nature, if you know what I'm saying. And we had a good time in general. And recording at that haunted studio, though, was really, really a fun experience. Thanks to the great Paul Rossler from the Screamers and from 45 Grave, and for letting us stay at his fantastic museum/apartment. And anyone that picks up the album, thank you. Richie Ramone was there hanging out, by the way, when we did the album, and that was great to have him there. And while he was hanging out with us, he said at one point, you know, Rock and Roll Therapy, that song sounds like Mouth the Hoople without the horns. And I'm like, I'll take that. There you go, Dave Moe. That's a direct compliment from the great Richie Ramone. Also, Dawn Ritz was there hanging out with her guy, Don Bowles, that day. And just memories are coming back from recording Dark Days Unfazed. And if you'd like to get a copy, again, you can contact me via email. Thanks for watching. I've got three new rock and roll stories coming up for you, probably within the next, well, one in the next 24 hours, okay? Thanks for being here. I appreciate it very much. Rock and roll and Dark Days Unfazed. Did I say thanks to the great Jim Neversink? Did I? Are you in there? If I didn't, man, I'm going to kill myself because, you know, I can't forget these people, man. I just can't. Jim Neversink from South Africa, who moved to Copenhagen, Denmark, sent me this great song, and he's known as the Johnny Cash of South African Johnny Cash. He sent me a song, and I called it Leaving the Party. And Neill Solomon, of course, great legendary Neill Solomon from the Rhythm Kings from South Africa. He was also in The Passengers with Woody of the Bay City Rollers, and he produced that song. But he sent Jim Neversink in my way, vice versa, and we hooked up and did that song, Leaving the Party, which I think is very eccentric and very cool. I like it a lot. Thanks again to Wes Beech, one of my favorite rockers ever, and T.C. Tolliver from the Plasmatics, who did Wax Fruit with me. Rumor has it there might be a video for Wax Fruit coming your way. We'll see. I'm hoping. Those guys, man, like I say, having not had recorded together since '82 and the Coup d'etat album period of the Plasmatics, it was pretty much of a big deal for me as a fan and a friend, but more of a fan, really, to record with T.C. Tolliver and Wes Beech, man. Thank you guys so much. The Plasmatics forever. And thanks to anyone that stuck around to watch me talk about Dark Days Unfazed. You know, I've done about 6 takes, so here's what happened. Is a minute ago I thought, oh my God, I can't remember what I've talked about when I haven't. I have to crash. It's really late here in Southern Oregon. I'll be back in less than 24 hours when my brain isn't scrambled. Dark days, unfazed.